A southern Nevada town fighting back tears and floodwaters tonight as the river rises. And some call them ignorant, others selfish. Tonight, we look at those who drive through floodwaters and we ask the question, why?
And desperate housewives may be desperately in need of a fashion makeover. See who's slamming a star from Wisteria Lane.
Straight ahead on Gold 33 News at 7.
The water level out here at Lake Mead is low, but it's recently gotten a lift from all of the rain. Is it enough to make a difference here locally? That story straight ahead.
And I'm Morris Jones. Also ahead, our medical company safeguarding against mistakes with your money. And you are what you eat, a new food pyramid after 12 years.
Good evening and thank you for joining us for your only local news at 7 o'clock. I'm Rachel Smith. We have team weather coverage tonight from Overton, where they're working tirelessly to save their town from total destruction, to the Las Vegas Valley, where drivers are trying to outrun floodwaters, as you see, a losing battle for most. But we'll also show you the silver lining to these gray weather clouds, an unexpected gift for Lake Mead. But first, nightfall in Overton brings more fear of the unknown. What residents can't see tonight is exactly what they worry about. An overflowing river has forced 250 people from their homes. And as Gold 33's Kevin Charette shows us, nature's wrath isn't over yet.
Rachel, things have changed dramatically in Overton. We are in Glendale. You can see the muddy river right behind me. It has dropped about 7 feet, but last night it was all the way up to this bridgeway, and it made its way through the town of Overton. On Tuesday, the muddy river was only a small stream of water. Today, that same stream now a raging river.
What amazes me is the power of water, to see how much it has washed out and what it can do.
Video cameras roll on this massive force of nature. The water so strong, trees bend with every ripple, and the banks show signs of breaking away. And upstream, homeowners keep a watchful eye on their property.
You see here, luckily we're afloat. This is my neighbor's place here. They're building a place and they're pretty much underwater. And then my other neighbors here, they're pretty much underwater too.
Overton residents filled sandbags most of the day, anticipating another surge from the muddy river.
It's kind of scary. I don't know what to do or what to do if something worse was to happen, you know?
This usually docile river is showing signs of receding, and that's good news for those who live near its banks.
I'm hoping that this will get over soon. You know, people get back to their normal lives, and I hope for all those people that got flooded, I hope they make it okay.
In Overton, Kevin Charette, Gold 33 News at 7.
And the muddy river has a long history of flooding. Take a look. The worst back in 1910, when waters ripped up a stretch of railroad between Moapa and Caliente. In 1941, storms wiped out 2 railroad bridges and a highway bridge. Fast forward to 1981, when 2 storms dropped a half foot of rain in just 15 minutes. And more recently, in 1998, residents in Overton were forced to evacuate after a night of thunderstorms. At least 500 people between Overton and Mesquite have been evacuated this week. The storms have closed 5 schools in that area, and they will stay closed through tomorrow. The American Red Cross is helping out those in Overton, from food to shelter to sandbags.
We really need financial donations to the local disaster relief fund, because that's the fund that makes the staff and the national volunteers who are coming in available to help the people.
And if you would like to help, you can call the Southern Nevada chapter at 791-3311, and we'll try to have that number for you again later on in our newscast. Workers at the county's Emergency Operations Center were hard at work today. The center serves as a hub where people, police, public works, and fire can monitor and receive up-to-the-minute information from the troubled areas. Now, they say about 100 people requested shelter last night, and more into today.
We have activated the community, the county fairgrounds. The shelters have been combined between the high school and the stake center for resources.
Flood officials say nearly 100 structures in that area were also affected. Things are anything but normal around Valley roads tonight. Drivers are finding all sorts of roadblocks. In the southern portion of town, it's water and lots of it. You'll find road closures in the area of Warm Springs and Jones tonight. Crews say it will be that way for the next 24 to 48 hours. And it's not water but mud that drivers are battling in the northwest part of the valley tonight. Just west of the 95 and Durango, crews are working to move the mud off the roadways. The bottom line, you can still expect to see some road closures tonight and into the next few days. Among them, Decatur south of the 215, Sunset at Polaris, South Jones at Robindale, and Buffalo between Windmill and Robindale. Well, those roads may be closed, but not everyone is paying attention. Driving through a flooded area is incredibly dangerous, but it's a move we're seeing people make over and over again. Tonight, a look at why so many drivers take a risk that could cost them their lives. What's wrong with this picture? The roads become flooded and drivers become, how shall we say this, less than smart? Ignoring signs that clearly say closed.
It said road closed, and yeah, I kind of did because I knew I could. I thought I could, and I did it.
Up the road at Warm Springs and Jones, the road is completely flooded. But that doesn't stop these people. Or this guy who managed to get himself stuck. A challenge for some, but a nightmare for local authorities. In the past 24 hours, Clark County Fire Department has responded to 13 calls of stranded drivers.
It's frustrating because people get themselves into situations they don't have to do that.
Ironically, many drivers rescued from floodwaters say they were simply in a hurry to get home.
That's the only way we can go through it, getting out, in and out.
Because I had got a flat tire, so I have to go get it fixed, and the only way to get it fixed is I just went on through the water.
There's a lot of reasons why people don't heed what seems to us in hindsight as being foolish behavior, and that's because to them it doesn't look dangerous. Or other cars or vehicles are going through, I'm going to go through.
But following foolish drivers could steer you into danger. And by the way, driving around any kind of closed road sign is a crime, one that could land you a fine of up to $160. The only drivers in the Mount Charleston area tonight are those that are leaving the area. Otherwise, the roads are closed. An avalanche watch has forced people to leave the Echo, Old Town, and Cathedral Rock subdivisions. So if your drive takes you up north, remember, state routes 156, 157, and 158 are closed. Only emergency crews and residents are allowed. It's hard to believe that any of this wicked weather could actually be a good thing for us here locally, but in an incredible twist, it actually is. All of this wet weather is helping to wash out the water woes at Lake Mead. Kristine Harrington is here to show us just how much of an effect the weather has had. Kristine?
Well, Rachel, it's hard to believe, but there actually is a local benefit of having all of this extreme weather. And while you might not be able to notice it with the naked eye, Lake Mead has gotten quite a lift. Boaters at Lake Mead have witnessed the water level drop 90 feet over the past 5 years.
But I'll tell you, I really would like to see the water level come up much more. And hopefully we'll get enough snow on the Rockies to do that.
But surprisingly, it is local rain that has given the lake a lift. Up over a foot in the last several days, with another 2 or 3 feet expected by the end of the month. That's equal to 2/3 of what Nevada gets annually from the Colorado River, a much-needed boost to the system.
All of the states, Nevada, Arizona, California, draw water from Lake Mead as well as Mexico. So it just adds a little bit of additional supply to the system that we really didn't anticipate a month ago.
Typically, Lake Mead is reliant on the Colorado snowpack. This year, however, floodwaters from the Virgin and Muddy Rivers, as well as Arizona's Little Colorado River, have helped in filling the lake. Meanwhile, heavy rainfall in all of the western states has helped in reducing the amount of water delivered from the lake for irrigation by 50%. Thus, the extra water gets to stay.
From a water supply perspective, it's a boost. You know, if you're somebody whose house is being flooded, it's not such a silver lining at all.
And while 2 feet of water is a substantial amount, the lake is still 85 feet short of full. And experts say the drought is far from over. Now, despite all of this rain, the Southern Nevada Water Authority is stressing conservation. They say by turning off your sprinklers every time it rains, each homeowner can save about 500 gallons of water per day. In the studio, Kristine Harrington, Gold 33, News at 7.
Thanks, Kristine. And ultimately, this water here is reliant on the Colorado snowpack. And while it looks good right now, it would take 10 years of normal winter weather for us to get out of our drought. The skies were full of sunshine today, but just how long will the blue skies last? Let's get our first check of the forecast tonight with meteorologist Scott Padgett.
Rachel, what a nice change for us. Sunshine actually in the forecast all throughout the day. And you know what? We definitely need it. It's going to be sticking around for a while as the high pressure is in control right now. The satellite and radar combined shows that as we start out the evening hours, we are still seeing clear conditions. A nice change for us. Clear skies downtown and a temperature of 48 degrees with a humidity of 33%. It's a little bit cooler than we've been used to, but also we have dry weather, so we'll take that. Winds are the north-northwest at 7 and our pressure's at 30.13. It is holding steady. Now, how long will the dry weather stick around? It's going to be here for a while. I'll tell you more about it in just a few minutes. Rachel.
All righty. Thank you, Scott. Well, during this award show season, this is a list that no star wants to appear on.
But Rachel, as you well know, celebrities can't hide from their flawed fashion choices. A look at the worst dressed stars of 2004 coming up.
Okay, plus a much more positive honor for a local casino company. White Fortune magazine is calling a local business one of the best.
And I'm Morris Jones. Next from News Central, are expensive prescription drugs a way for medical companies to protect themselves from future lawsuits? And the new reason for Americans to cut calories and exercise more. Pop a pill and who feels better, you or the drug company? I'm Morris Jones. Here's the latest from News Central. Even if they're prescription, you can still be taking bad drugs. In fact, at that point, it will slam into the space rock, creating an explosion equal to 4.5 tons of dynamite. Deep Impact is designed to provide the first look at the interior of a comet, providing clues to the origins of the universe. Slash and run. Confused? That's the government's idea for your new diet. The story still ahead from News Central.
Are you sick of getting sexual spam in your email? An FTC crackdown could make it harder for these emails to make their way into your inbox. Find out why coming up.
On the next episode of Cheaters.
I'd like to go talk to him.
This ain't your friend?
Are you having sex?
Pipelines filled with gas en route to Las Vegas have been shut down. The wallop of rain hitting California has uncovered buried pipelines in some areas, making them a safety hazard. Crews began inspecting the pipes yesterday, but could the shutdown mean higher gas prices?
Within the valley. Now, if the pipeline stays down for a certain period of time, that could affect prices in the long run, but we haven't seen that so far.
They expect them to be back up and running by Friday. Meanwhile, the price of gas is on the rise in the valley. The average price of a gallon of unleaded is $1.84 as of today. That's up 3 cents from yesterday's $1.81. AAA is offering seniors an answer as when it's a good time to stop driving. The company has developed a new CD-ROM test that seniors can use in their own homes. It measures physical and mental abilities that are shown to be the strongest predictors of a crash risk among older drivers.
What we hope happens at the end of the day from all of this is that seniors take this opportunity to put the CD-ROM in within the privacy of their own home and really get a good assessment of where their skills lie to help them determine whether or not they should be on the road.
Except for drivers under the age of 25, seniors have the highest crash death rate than any other age on the road. New tonight, fined for violating federal law. The United Carpenters and Joiners of America were ordered to pay $4,200 to the EPA. That for falsely claiming that it's the Las Vegas Training Center had been certified to teach carpenters how to safely remove lead-based paint. Now, lead poisoning has been known to cause mental and physical damage in young children. A Las Vegas operation accused of illegally sending porn spam on the internet has been shut down. The FTC says 6 businesses, including Global Net Solutions in Las Vegas, have been closed. That's because they didn't properly label pornographic email with a sexually explicit tag. Now, they say the porn operation sent out hundreds of thousands of sexual spam emails. By doing so, they also violated several other aspects of a year-old anti-spam law. Prestigious recognition for a local company tops tonight's hotel casino news. Station Casinos was named one of the top 100 companies to work for in the entire country. Now, according to Fortune magazine, Station Casinos ranks 12th in the large company category. The list is based on the policies and culture of each company and the opinions of employees.
We say love more in our company than I've ever heard used in any business. We love each other, we care about each other, we know about each other's business, and when there's a need, the whole company, if there's a tragedy or there's some assistance required, the whole company just jumps on it, and there's a genuine caring and compassion for the people.
Station Casinos is the first Nevada-based company and member of the gaming industry to make Fortune magazine's list. Gaming is making more and more money for casinos throughout the state. $862 million to be exact, and that rolled in just the month of November. That's a 13% increase from just 1 year ago. Clark County casinos make up the most of that revenue with more than $720 million. Analysts say the continuing strength in gaming revenue points towards the continuation of a vibrant market. Well, one last gamble before takeoff gave a lucky payout to one Las Vegas tourist yesterday. Before heading home, a Boston area man took a spiel on the Wheel of Fortune quarter machine at the McCarran Airport and ended up winning more than $3.9 million. The 49-year-old was in for just 20 bucks. I'd say that's a pretty good investment. Well, still to come on the news at 7, find out what the Clark County School District wants the rest of the state schools to do when it comes to hiring troubled teachers.
And hi everyone, I'm meteorologist Scott Padgett. Finally, some sunshine today, but you know what? We're going to be seeing it for a while. I'll tell you more about your 5-day forecast in just a few minutes. Hey everyone, welcome back to Gold 33 News at 7. And you know what? We finally saw it today. The sunshine popped out for us and we had a dry day, a nice change. And as you look at the satellite and radar combined tonight, as we start out the evening, hardly a cloud in the sky. That's a sign that this high pressure is overhead. It is controlling our weather, and it should do so for the next few days. Currently, we have clear skies downtown and a temperature of 48 degrees. The humidity is 33%. We do have a wind out the north-northwest at 7, and our pressure's at 30.13. It is holding steady right now. But what a day. The sunshine for us. Temperatures in the upper 50s, a couple degrees above normal. 58 degrees was the high temperature. 46 as the overnight low. Still pretty warm compared to where we're normally supposed to cool down to into the upper 30s. But we'll take it, and we will take this dry weather. Much nicer as we went throughout the day. The clouds were staying offshore all throughout southern California, also pushing its way into southern Nevada and also into portions of western Arizona. The high pressure is definitely here for us, but this is what we have been seeing, a parade of storms. We know about it. Continue to track into that trough, tap into that tropical moisture and just dump it as it made its way off to the east. But here's been the pattern shift for us as this high pressure is building its way in. We have this dry flow over it. So currently, rain is finally over right now, and this high pressure will continue to push its way to the east, and that means dry weather for at least the next 5 days. Here it is. This is what I've been talking about. The low pressure that affected us is well off to the east, continuing to drop a large amount of rain in portions of the Mississippi River Valley. But we are dealing with this high pressure that's continuing to sink its way down to the south. It should do so. You see some rain back towards the west out in the Pacific. It's staying out there, at least for right now. A little bit's trying to make its way into Northern California by Friday, but the high pressure is just going to be down to the southeast. That means as we round out the week and head into the weekend, we are going to be seeing some more sunshine. Happy to report that all the flood warnings have been canceled. Definitely keep that in mind. But again, I just want to reiterate, we've dealt with the flooding. If there's ever water over a roadway, just don't drive through it. You know, you've seen all the video of the cars washed off the road really quickly. It definitely is a dangerous thing. Now tonight, dealing with this high pressure system, we're going to be dealing with temperatures a couple degrees above freezing. 34 downtown, 34 in North Las Vegas, and 34 in Nellis. A little bit cooler than Henderson at 35. In Boulder City, you'll see 35 tonight. We are going to be seeing mostly clear skies, a cooler evening with a light wind picking up to north right around 10 miles per hour. Now for tomorrow, sunshine's here once again. Temperatures warming into the mid-50s, 55 downtown and 55 in Nellis with 55 in Henderson. Boulder City, you'll be slightly warmer at 59 degrees. Mostly sunny, still dry with a northerly wind at 10, calming down to a light wind as we go throughout the afternoon. But look ahead, once again, not a drop in sight. 55 degrees on Friday as we round out the week. Saturday, we're going to be seeing 57 degrees. I expect to see partly cloudy skies on Sunday and 59. Also Monday, 59 degrees, starting out near 40. So, Rachel, another 5-day span with not a raindrop in sight. What do you think?
Looks pretty good. Thank you, Scott. In education news tonight, troubled teachers won't be able to jump from one district to the next without some opposition. The school district is pursuing a bill that would make Nevada's 17 school districts share information about troubled teachers. The district says it's not uncommon for a school district to withhold details in exchange for an employee who agrees to leave quietly. They said that's just one example of how serious information about a teacher's background is left unknown when hired in another district. From teachers to a tacky temptress, Mr. Blackwell's worst dressed list is out. And there is a new blonde taking the top spot. Find out what the fashion critic has to say coming up.